Alright, what's up? Good morning. ES just made a new pre-market high. It's the only one, so it's showing some strength on ES. Potentially move to the upside on ES, maybe? Potentially. Get my Spotify pulled up. Oh my goodness. Eddie, what's going on, man? Alright, bud. Put you down. Alright.
Some days, baby, I ain't the best example of a man. No, the life that I live ain't easy being the way I am. No, no,
I think
no.
ES has a chance here. It does look the strongest out of all three. R2Y is dumping really hard. And Q's starting to pick it up here. I guess there's a new market low on in down here. Go ahead and update that. RTY getting dangerously close to that market low. Alright, and Q's looking a little stronger. Q's popping off.
I watch the cars go by until the lights turn blurry red. Ooh, yeah. Oh, when I feel like one of those cars is you driving to another man. Yeah. Oh, 'cause you don't seem to care about me being alone. It's almost if this was how you want it all along. 'Cause I'm running out of time. I got some things to do.
Alright, NQ is looking pretty good. Starting to push up above that pre-market high. What is everything else looking like? NQ and RTY doing the exact opposite thing. NQ's breaking out to the top. RTY is kind of testing that bottom limit. Especially if RTY holds and bounces. NQ continues to push higher here. Alright, NQ's got the strength. We definitely want to wait for a close on a 5 minute at least. Looking really good. I think looking at the 15 minute definitely has room to run. I would feel pretty confident looking to at least take it up to like 140 if you got in down here. Solid like 30 points or so. And I think my next target would be somewhere up in here, around like 70 to 80. But it's looking strong. Like, I mean, it's going to push to 40 probably right now. 5 minute candle is going to hit it, apparently. Maybe it hits that, and that's the first resistance. Pulls back, goes up to the next target. That'd be beautiful. Yeah, we'll see.
than to be at my lady's door, standing at the gate of the kingdom, shouting to God, let me in. If he won't answer, no more.
Pretty crazy. Right in that area, we're kind of looking high 30s, low 40s area. Touches that and just starts to pull back.
Got me a job out in Georgia, working in the heat all day. Broke my bones and built my home just to say that it's something I made. Well, take me back to old Missouri. That's the place I found I used to be. Ain't it funny how two rivers meet? One goes one way and the other leaves. Misery.
Interested to watch how it reacts at pre-market high. I mean, it's looking really nice on the 5-minute if it can hold, but I want to be careful here. Everything else is weak, and it almost didn't close above on the 5-minute. It's looking good so far, you know, so maybe no reason to be concerned. RC-wise, weak. Already kind of hit that level. Now we target something down here. Get some continuation. Looking good. Moving pretty aggressively. And he still hasn't made a new high here. It's getting close. Looks like that retested pre-market high could have been a good entry. It should push new highs here. Potentially. There it is. Nice. Well. Perhaps my skepticism was unwarranted, you know? This is a nice next target up at like 170. I mean, the way it's moving, not far off. We'll see. Here's a little bit of a retest. It kind of flagged there on the 2 minute and got a breakout. If we pull back, retest this area, I would love, kind of already happened, so I feel like the likelihood is less likely. Likely. But I feel like if I could get in on this EMA and the pre-market high here, I would really love that. But that would almost concern me if we pulled back that hard, you know? So we'll see. Look at that rejection off the 200. Holy. I'll put a buy in if it wants to give it to me. How much room? Well, I'm trading on Apex. I have 250k accounts. I got them on the sale, so it was what, like $33, $34 for the eval, and then to activate that was on sale for 85 each. So like $70, and then 170 to activate both of them to PAs. But I've gotten a lot more than just these PAs and evals, so I've spent, I don't know, $2 grand maybe total over the course of like a year. Alright, if it could get me in, that would be fantastic. I am a little concerned about that 15 minute though. That looks a little bit wiki. A little Wickelodeon, dude. So we'll see. Oh, get me in there. Get me in there. You're gonna do it, do it. Ooh. Wait, excuse me? Yeah, that's why I've used Apex, is because the entry fee is pretty low. I cannot believe that didn't get me in there, though. That's actually really upsetting. How did that not fill me? That's a perfect entry. Ooh, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. That was such a nice entry. Alright, let's see if we can get in somewhere in here. Oh, it's gonna do me dirty, isn't it? Oh, that's mean. Come on. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Like I said, Apex is pretty affordable, so kind of one of the reasons I use them. Yeah, come on. Be nice to me. Dang, man. I just barely missed that entry, and it's gonna, it's looking like it's gonna move for us. Ugh, that makes me sad. That was a nice little situation there. I'll keep trying to get in if it wants to give us an entry here. We'll just keep kind of adjusting this risk reward here. I mean, even here to want like high a day, it's still a nice move. I don't think it's gonna give it to us, man. Alright, I'll see if RTY is getting a retest. What's it look like? Yeah. Ah, man, that was the trade right there. I just didn't get in, but it moved. It did the whole move. That hurts to watch. The limit order maybe is not the way to go. God, I just missed such a nice move. That hurts me. Try not to let it affect me, but that is unfortunate. That was probably the best trade I could get all day. Damn. Alright. This is also what I'm watching on RTY, potential short in here. But I feel like I have to be a little careful. Like, I wouldn't want to be in a short right now in this. Close, strong with VMA, but RTY just, I don't know, it just moves a little different. I can't pretend like I understand it. It's a little different. I don't even know if I can look at NQ, it'll just make me sick. ES might provide something, but it's not looking as good. I mean, it still has quite a ways to set up what I'm looking for. Yeah, it makes me upset. I think my entry is 14. Missed it by like a point. Yeah, see, RTY is not rejecting you. It just does like the most insane reversals. I was saying that on Monday. It's true. RTY is like the. I feel like that's if you trade reversals, this is the best thing to trade because it'll just reverse. It doesn't like trend really very well. I guess yesterday I did. That's insane. I can't believe it. I guess I really need to be pretty generous. Yeah, I do a little bit of both. I do a little bit of both. Limit orders are nice when it hits your limit and you get a very nice entry. But times like that, it absolutely sucks. Because I was trying to enter that trade, it would have worked out really nice. And I just missed it by like a point, so it wouldn't have mattered really. But maybe I should. I think maybe enter with limits and then just give myself a few grace points to make sure I get it actually filled. Might give another opportunity here. ES is dumping off the pretty much a high though. I want to see ES hold a higher low here, and hopefully it will help with NQ.
You've been the best of times, you brought me through my darkest day. I must have turned around and asked myself, this just ain't fair, it's too hard to bear. I'm not really sure these days, sure these days, sure these days. I stash the memories to ease the pain. You've been dear to me, it's why it's hard to walk away. Remember when the simple things. I'm not really sure these days. I let you take a piece of me. Help me get the peace you need.
Yeah, man.
And if that's
I feel it. Alright, we'll try it. If it gets a retest to like previous high, would be nice. It's alright. If I miss it, I miss it. I want to get a good entry.
been around so long, you did me wrong, but it made me strong. I believe in you, you were leading me to lean on you. When I reached for you, you were not there. I'm not really sure these days, sure these days, sure these days. Let us think of that much you know. It may sound simple, but that's all I know. Even though it's hurting me, I pray they see. Even though it's hurting me, we're still family. I let you take a piece of me. I hope you get the peace you need. And if that's not enough, I'll let you go peacefully.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem to want to give us an entry. It's not quite pulling back to the EMA. Alright, same thing twice in a row. It is alright. It is what it is. It's not going to give it, I'm not going to force it. This RTY trade is a little interesting. It's kind of holding on here, but on the 5 minute, it definitely has rejected off that pre-market low. It was the weakest out of all three of them. So unless it truly just reverses, maybe there's something to be had in here if we show some continued weakness. But at the current moment, I don't know if I'd want to short it. It is kind of just holding on right here. The bummer, that NQ trade is what I wanted, and it worked out perfect. Did not. Didn't get me in. ES held these. Probably good to the upside for both ES and NQ. RTY is looking like it's rejecting off this. Be pretty nice on all time frames, right? 5 minute, 15 minute, 2 minute. 2 minutes a little sloppy. But I think I'll watch this for short. All right. We'll try something like this. Risk a little over 2 points, try to make like 7 or 6.5, we'll say. We can get new lows maybe off a pre-market low rejection. Continuation would be nice. I didn't get the best entry though, and that's why I don't really love market entries. I was trying to enter like here. It's only about a 0.5 point, but at least I guess I got in the trade. But I do like when I can get a more precise entry with limit orders, but that's the disadvantage is I try to get a precise entry and it misses me by 1 point on NQ. Weird, like low volume again on RTY right now. Yeah. Yeah, definitely be beneficial in that scenario. I mean, I'm not even using crazy size, but it definitely helps if I can have a, 14 point stop on NQ instead of like a 22 or something, which isn't like crazy, but it definitely helps. I don't know if I even trust this. This looks like I'm gonna get stopped out here. This is looking weird. Yeah. It's not looking great. Wasn't the best setup, but it wasn't, wasn't the best setup. All right. Yeah, RTY is a weird one. I think my win percentage is probably like one of Jesus. That Kills me. Yeah, that trade would have been so nice, man. I can just sit here and think about it all day. How much money do you think our account payout was? I think like pretty conservatively, like 1,000 a month with a 150K. On a good month, like 2,000 a month. But like pretty confident I could at least average around 1,000 a month on a 50K account. Make sure I don't have any orders on this. Oh wow. I guess we had news at 10, huh? Man, oh man, that NQ trades look just better and better. It's frustrating. Watch ES. ES is lagging way behind, but it might give a similar setup. There wasn't even news at 10. I don't know what happened. Something happened. I thought there was news, there wasn't. Yeah, I trade 12 per account, 12 contracts per account on MES, so just a little over one ES contract, but multiple ES contracts would be pretty nice to take one off, leave a runner or something, but that, yeah. Yeah, ES is a little nicer to trade with size. It doesn't move as aggressively usually, so you can have like a 2-point stop, which doesn't seem super tight, but it will risk your or minimize your risk too bad. All right, I think we're looking at ES longs if we can get in on one. It's essentially the exact same thing as the NQ setup earlier. Hopefully, I just don't miss it. That is up over $100 from where I was, or just under $100, or $100. My God, 100 points. It's tired, apparently. I don't know if we're gonna get a pullback anytime soon here. Pretty crazy breakout. Alright. Yep, yeah, you got it, man. I work, right now I'm working at a bar, essentially, so that's nice because my shifts are usually later in the day, which allows me to trade in the mornings. And yes, my goal is to transition full-time trading. Yeah, my job pays for my rent and food and everything. I haven't been getting paid from trading. It's been money in, but not money out so far. But I get close. I continue to get close. I know that it's possible. So willing to spend some time and give it a shot. My God, it's strong. I don't think we're getting an entry. That time has probably passed us by. It's just going straight up. If it gets a pullback, it might be a little bit deeper. Yeah, I've thought about it. I've thought about it. If I was probably like in a little bit more of a stable job situation, then I probably would. But as long as I don't blow Apex accounts, like the cost risk on these is really low. Like these two accounts, I have like a little over $200 into them, so it's like my risk is $200, and I can trade with a larger capital. So if I put $200 in an account, I wouldn't be able to do this. But yeah, I feel you. If I look at all the money I've put into accounts combined, it gets a little closer. But overall, prop firms still are providing me a little bit better in terms of like low risk, low barrier to entry. But yeah, it would be nice to actually be able to, like, if I was up 1,600 on an account, I could pull out some, as I am right now. But I can't due to the Apex rules, so I feel you there. See, I'll place a limit order like a point above where it is. See if we can get an entry here. I'd have to take a little wider stop, but I'd give it a shot if it would do it for me. Yeah. Okay, a week. Geez, it's only 10 points a week. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Yeah, similarly with like this, if I traded the exact same size I am now, but I just, had 5-10 accounts instead of 2, if I was getting payouts from that amount, it would be more than enough. I would be making easily enough. But yeah, I'd have to be consistent. I'd have to feel confident that I'd probably continue to work for a while and just stack as much as I can until I felt really comfortable to solely trade. Just get a proven track record for like a year or two of being able to trade successfully and bring in consistent payouts, and then I'd probably make that transition. But in the meantime, I'd definitely still work a job, and just it helps to not have that pressure as well. Well, damn, what a move, man. Oh, well over 100 points. I'm actually pretty amazed I didn't get in on that. That's pretty sad. And then I'd take a less than ideal trade and take a loss. Wamp. RTY, man, I don't even know why I traded it, to tell you the truth. I think my win rate on RTY is definitely the lowest out of all three. Sometimes it provides opportunities, but I don't know. It's a weird one. Like, that reversal is just fucking nuts. Whereas these are at least, like, kind of consistent, you know? It's like they never broke lower and then just did the complete opposite. In fact, they show strength and are consistent. RTY is the exact opposite. Like the reversal king. I look for continuation on it and it burns me. Yeah, I mean, I think it'll do it eventually. Everything's so strong, it'd have to... I guess there's still some time. We're pretty early into the day, but... we'll see. Oh my god. The NQ chart. Trying not to feel the feelings it's making me feel right now. I hate that shit. Absolute perfect trade. What it could have been, huh? Always another day. That's frustrating. Yeah, it's the worst. I just, that is the worst. When you try to enter a trade, it just doesn't fill you, and it does exactly what you want and more. Sickening. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely something I could do better as well. Honestly, a long on RTY could probably be pretty lucrative here. It runs when it runs. And just, that was the entry right there. The flip and retest of the EMA would have been nice. I just want some proper risk to reward, and it's not given that when it just extends so far and doesn't pull back. There's not any chance to enter, really. Like, do I try to enter NQ after it just ran, you know, 120 points straight? Not really. Don't really know if I trust that. Yeah. Yeah, 10 points is solid on ES. But yeah, it did drop. That's one thing though. It's pretty rare that you're gonna catch the entire move. If you can get a good piece of it, you know, you can make money obviously. I think as long as you're catching it, you know, as long as you're being able to find a piece of that move and might not get the whole thing, but as long as you can get a good chunk of it, identify the right thing and get a piece of it, that's what matters. But I feel you. Sometimes I'll sell for like 30 points on NQ and it runs 200 and you're like, well, alright.
Many feel so good, but for a man like me, it's easy to see that I'm better off sleeping in the
No way these things just keep going up with no pullback, right? It just doesn't give anything at all. I'd imagine it gives some sort of pullback at some point. See if it does it. Solid, yeah. Feel similarly. Feel similarly, especially on ES and NQ. This RTY one, I realize that it reverses a lot. Maybe I don't know. This is the one that caused me the troubles at the moment. Like I'm able to read, like that NQ trade would have been so beautiful, man. When I originally tried to get in. I messed that up. Oh man. No, you're right. You're right, man. You know, there will always be another day, another trade. I identified the right thing. It's a good thing. It's more just like being right, but not being able to capitalize on being right. And then taking, like, even though it's a small loss, I'm really not even bummed about the loss. Like, whatever. But taking a loss on RTY as well. Like, rather than entering a nice winning trade, I have just like a stupid loss. It's just, I don't know. It's upsetting, but it's like nothing to make me tilt. It's not gonna like ruin my account or anything, obviously. It's just frustrating knowing that it should have been a solid win. I just want to try to like make the most of my opportunities. So when I see something like that and I just, you know, obviously it hurts. But no, I get what you're saying. You're right. I'm gonna be all right. I am interested in this ES pullback here. Part of me is skeptical on it. Part of me thinks it's on pullback maybe a little deeper than I anticipate. It's either on pullback a little deeper than I want, or it's not going to pull back at all. It's just going to continue. Because even to the EMA is not much of a pullback for how much it's popped off. I don't want to enter it all the way up here. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we kind of have that. We have one, and we're in the beginning of the second one. But that's what I'm saying. I usually kind of think of it as like a like a ratio. If it's trending, obviously the move up is going to be bigger than the pullback. But if the move up is 20 points and the pullback's 4, it's like, well, I don't know if it pulled that far enough to like alleviate such a rapid move up. But here's the test of the EMA, and depending on how this looks, I'll probably look to enter or not enter, depending on how it looks. So if we lose this EMA, I will not like it. If we look strong and hold it, but you see that thing's starting to curl over. It's no longer moving up, it's starting to curl down, and we're losing it. That pulls back a little deeper, right? It's kind of what I was expecting. But it does have a chance here to push back up and hold. As long as it pulls back and holds, it's still very, very good on my end. We'll just kind of wait. If it forms a hammer on the EMA right here and it holds it, I'm all game. I'll get in, no problem asked. No questions asked, I will look to enter that. Because now it's looking a little bit more appropriate on the 15 minute, on the 5 minute. That looks a little bit more appropriate. I can accept that for a pullback being reasonable. Let's see. Doesn't look bad. Alright, we'll give it a shot. Place a stop. Ooh, it's 3 points. We can do a 3-point stop. And I want to see my first target be there, and then I'd leave runners. See if we can get it. I'm really happy with that entry. Hopefully this trade plays out. A good start at least. I like that high volume hammer on the EMA that held there. We'll see. Yeah, I take trade entries. Exactly. I use the 2 minute for a lot for my entries and my targets. I mean, my targets will also be based off of higher time frame stuff. But I pay a lot of attention to the candles on the 2 minute and the EMAs on the 2 minute. That was a solid 5 minute close, but this 2 minute now is looking a little weak here. We'll see about that. My 5 minute close was really beautiful. I'll take that all day long. I like that 2 minute close. This is looking great so far. Good volume on the hold and move up higher, so, well. I use a 5 minute as well. I kind of want to see like a general consensus between the 15, the 5, and the 2 minute chart. So like the fact that we pulled back and we got that long tail on this candle, we closed, you know, higher up, like that on the 5 minute means a lot to me. That it coincides with also like a hammer on the 2 minute, right? Okay. And here we kind of have this like little downtrend that we are pushing out of. That is a good sign to me as well. I want to see us sweep these highs, and then I will set my runners to break even and try to see if we can't capture a nice move here. So the 5 minute did push above the previous 5 minute. Would you consider entering here? Is that what you mean, or do you want to see it close above? I might actually try to push this up a little bit and see if I can't get a break a high. Because if it trends the way I think it's on due, there's no reason it shouldn't. Just a push usually. I'm in it now. Nice. Yeah. Hopefully we get this continuation. It'd be nice to see us continue up towards like a previous day high zone would be real nice. That'd be a pretty solid push. Yeah, it's looking solid. Hopefully we get that continuation. Q kind of got a little bit of pullback. Looks like it's moving up higher. All I can do now is hope it works for my favor. My job is done. Yeah. My only job now is to try to manage it if it needs managing. Sometimes if it pushes up higher, I'll decrease my risk a little bit. You know, here I might do that. I might pull this up like a couple points and just de-risk a little bit, because if it pulls all the way back down here, I would consider it invalid if it doesn't try to break higher. But I think it should. But yeah, I'll manage my trade a little bit like that. I'm not going to set it to break even just yet, but I'll definitely set my risk to half of what it was in case it fails to break here. I find that helps me keep my losses small and allow my runner to move a bit more if I can, you know, decrease my risk as it starts to work in my favor. Oh, come on, hit it. All right, we hit our first target. And now we are free to play the game. I'm going to take another one off, maybe up at like 93. It's looking great. Hey man, high five, brother. It's working out for us. New highs. Looks like it should continue. It's looking good on the 15-minute. That 5-minute close was nice. The 15-minute close was nice. Hopefully we get some little continued push here. Yeah, that's why I enter on the 2-minute the way I do, is because it allows me to have a pretty tight risk. It's just what works for me. I found that I'm able to trade better if I keep my risk pretty small, and that's one of the reasons I also try to lean towards limit orders. I got a really good entry market here though, so if I can market order, I like that. But yeah, I drop down to a lower time frame and then I try, not always, but I'll attempt limit orders sometimes to really help negate having to have too wide of a stop. But even with that, this stop is 3 points. I usually try to keep my stops at like 2 points or less on ES. 3 is probably the upper extent of what I would want. Getting closer to that 93. Just hit my second TP. Alright, now I'm just gonna trail this with a stop. And maybe I'll try to target like previous day high area. If it wants to run all the way up there, that'd be pretty nice. I'll use 1-2 contracts to tighter stop. Yeah, no, that's solid. And I like trading ES because it does allow, like, you can manage risk really well on it. Alright, I'm going to try to place my runner up here. Was that like 97? That would be quite a nice move. That would be pretty impressive. 12 points on that last contract if it does get all the way up there. But regardless, we're sitting pretty on the day. We made up for that initial loss, so it's going to be a smaller day overall. But we've locked in at least, what, like 180 profit? Just under 200. I'll take it. I will take it. I'm happy to let this run at this point. Well, I'm glad I caught something. That NQ trade was the best setup for sure. That NQ setup was really, really nice. And my targets were... What was I saying? It was there, and I said like the 170 area, which hit. I would have hit, tried to take one off at high a day, and then targeted at that like 70-80 area, which would have been pretty nice. But ES is playing well. ES coming in to save the day after RTY was weird with us. I do like RTY because if I risk 2 points or whatever, it's only $100 per contract, and I just trade one contract, so I can risk 100 to make like 200-300. And if I take $100 loss, that allows me to still take another trade on the day and not be too worried about it. So I guess that's why I still try to trade RTY, is that the risk reward is pretty solid. I just need to get my win rate higher on it. I guess it doesn't have my entries and exits on this. There we go. Damn, that second one was kind of a snipe on that exit. Nice bounce off that EMA again here. Hopefully it continues. Get a little push higher. Be nice. Yeah, definitely. If you get a good entry, it makes such a big difference. It really does. What was it? It was on Monday. I was trading... Was it RTY? Was it in... What did I trade? I took a trade on Monday that was a winning trade. But I just didn't have the greatest entry, so I didn't want to risk a whole lot. And I got stopped out by like point. It was on, I think it was on ES. I got stopped out by like 0.01. So like the smallest percentage of a movement, essentially. Whereas if I just had been a little bit more patient and gotten a better entry, I wouldn't have had to, you know, have that risk the way it was, and I wouldn't have got stopped out at all. So I re-entered that trade and made it back, but just the fact that I didn't get the best entry caused me to essentially take a loss because I didn't want to have to accommodate with a much wider stop, you know. I definitely prioritize my entry over a lot of things. Sometimes if it's a really nice setup, I'll just mark it in and I'll take a little bit more risk to get in on a trade I feel confident about, but I definitely do try to prioritize a good entry. Because a good entry means you'll probably have good risk reward, and at least you know, like with a good entry, you can invalidate it pretty quick if it starts to go the wrong way. But also, sometimes trying to get a good entry causes you to miss a 100-point move on NQ, so. Like I said, we made it back today, we're up, we're doing alright. Still gonna be a new high on our account, regardless of what happens with this runner, so. Moving in the right direction, it was just a smaller day overall. It's looking pretty nice to keep going. It's not too far from that target up there. Not too far. If it breaks out of this and gets a higher high, we're close. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I like having runners. If you can if you can take profit and lock in like a decent win, and then let like 1 or 2 contracts go as far as it wants to go, you know, with no fear of like pulling back. Like here, I'll just slowly, as if it continues to go in the right direction, I'll just slowly kind of trail the stop and then leave my take profit up there. And it really is. It's like carefree trading. It would be nice if every trade felt like a runner, you know, where I already locked in profit. Because I can let runners run. You know, I've had well over 100 points on NQ with a runner, but I would never hold my full position that long. That's for sure.
Polish a turd, but you can turn it into a hit. You know there's no soul here anymore. You know there's no soul here anymore. You know there's no soul here anymore. You know we've got to get back to the way we were before.
Alright, I'm out completely. Overall, just under $200 on the day. Smaller, but we'll take it. And it's a lesson learned. A lesson learned on NQ. NQ's a tricky one though, because it can move pretty violently, so I want to definitely prioritize a good entry on NQ so I don't have to risk a whole lot, but I definitely could have put my entry a little higher and still had a decent risk management on that. I was just trying to get a really perfect entry and it almost worked. Almost got in at the very bottom. Dang, ES just stops me out and then goes right back up. That's dirty work. Not very nice of it. Alright, that's it for me today. Good luck. I wish you the best. I'm gonna make a little review of this trade, or these two trades I took. RTY, not a whole lot to say. Just looking for a rejection off that pre-market low. Didn't get it. It reversed completely. Missed that trade on NQ. Would have been a nice move, but we just didn't capture it. And then was able to capitalize on a pullback on ES once we saw our entry model hold. So took trim at high a day, took one off on as we pushed up a little above high a day, and then set one last runner, and that was stopped out, the trailing stop. All right. Take it easy. Thanks for being here. Peace out, guys. I'll be back the next 2 days to finish up this week. I'll be trading Thursday and Friday as well. And yeah, we're on a little winning streak. Let's hope to keep it moving in the right direction. We're just under 2K profit on these two accounts. All right. Take it easy. Peace. Enjoy your day.